Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back jumping into Hoist the Color Esports versus Bronze Army. We're jumping directly into this draft. HTC has banned out Aurora. They don't want to deal with Elsa. They're not wanting to build a snowman today, Shane. Bronze Army, they're banning out Fang Mao. I expected to see Fang Mao Kwang bans all friggin' day long. I'm not going to lie. Fang Mao has got the ability to chase. He's got a slow. He sticks to his targets. In my opinion, he's an incredibly strong hero. So this, I respect this ban.
He's a hero who does it all. He's mobile. He can tank a significant amount of damage with Conversion Shield. His burst damage is significant with Reaper's Dash and Earth Shatter. He has good wave clear because of his big cleave and hamstring. I think he's the most well-rounded hero in the game by a significant margin.
Hoisted Colors picking up Iggy and Scorch. Bronze Army following that up with a Kwang and Wraith pick. Please, please, please put Miso Sneaky on this hero and put him in the safe lane so people can see the strength of
That's his comfort hero, man.
Kwang. This hero is so good in the carry role, and I really hope we see that in that position. I also hope we see either a Steel or Bellica coming out to follow that up in the safe lane position. Hoisted Colors picking up Sevarog for their jungle. A lot more Sevarog since they changed his stack. So it's good to see the Faceless Man back into it. Wait a second, Rampage also coming in. This could be off lane. Off lane, it's Shurek. It's Hoist the Colors. That could possibly be Shurek in the off lane with that hero and Rampage in the jungle.
I like that pick just because it's. I wouldn't say it's a denial pick because they have a decent jungler on Kwang. It could be an off lane Kwang as well. So it's a soft denial pick, but also I think it's so important to have a duo bruiser frontline. I think the meta really favors that sort of play style, and Sevarog Rampage are probably the best suited for that, other than maybe Steel. Really, really well suited for a double, setting themselves up good for just good zone control.
Yeah,
drafting around the Iggy, drafting around that, just playing that zone control position. We'll see what the last two picks are. I would imagine they're going to be pretty straightforward, but that's what I really like about that.
Bronze Army with the Bellica Gideon pick. So this does look like it's going to be a Wraith Bellica safe lane, which is a nasty combination. Rewind into a Seismic Assault with a Void Bomb. This is a nasty combination in that safe lane, and it's going to be fun as crap to watch. Muriel picked up for the support here. Muriel, in my opinion, right now, I think is one of the top supports in the game. And I also think FaZe is up there, but we haven't seen a lot of FaZe.
Yeah, a lot of people have forgot that she actually received a significant damage buff on pretty much all of her abilities. I know the blind was changed a little bit of a nerf, but yeah, that's another hero that we pretty much haven't seen since 4-2.
Yeah,
is FaZe. She was a big hero coming in here. There's Drongo being picked up as the ranged carry here. It's been pretty much between Wraith, Drongo, and Twin Blast have definitely been the favorites as far as range carries here with Wraith. I love that we're starting to see heroes that have never been played in certain positions be played in those positions before. A month ago, if you thought of playing Wraith as a carry, you probably would have been laughed at. And now here we are seeing the top teams picking it consistently.
Would have been draft dodge for sure. And a Crunch. We have not seen Crunch in forever in Paragon Competitive League. He's here. He's about to punch. Crunch likes to punch. He's going to be punching fools in the face and neck area in this next match. This is your draft, guys.
You can't. Body blows are pretty significant too. What do you know about boxing?
Quite a bit, Shane. Let's not do this today. Hoist the Colors. Iggy and Scorch, Sevarog, Rampage, Muriel, Drongo, Bronze Army, Kwang, Wraith, Bellica, Gideon, Crunch. These are your drafts. This is going to be a slobber knocker of a match. Looking at these drafts, Shane, I like the Hoist the Colors draft just a little bit better.
I agree.
They've got the front line. They've got a significant front line, and good way to lock down targets. That being said, though, Bronze Army has got a really solid draft as well. I'm really interested to see Miso Sneaky on Wraith and Nabori Gamers Fitness Group playing that Bellica as a support. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. I'm excited, my friend.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you?
Like an 8.
An 8, Ocho? Okay.
Like an 8.
I respect that. The big thing here for Bronze Army, this is definitely, as in terms of overall draft and what draft, the main goal that it accomplishes, I think we definitely have two sides of the spectrum here. We have just zone control and slow sieging coming out here from Hoist the Colors. On the other side of the field, it's all about burst damage and pickoffs. They have a lot of crowd control with Seismic Assault. They have a lot of, you know, obviously pick-off with Kwong, with the Tether. And Crunch, in terms of all the junglers, he probably has the most damage. The dude, the amount of damage that Crunch can do throughout the course of the game, especially once he hits level 5, is disgusting. He just annihilates people.
Crunch has the highest, he does the highest damage out of any hero in the game if you combo him correctly.
Yeah.
His damage output is nasty. And if Stark is able to use his kit appropriately, making sure he's landing that uppercut, knocking the heroes into the air, he'll be able to lock down a target and really just have his way with that target. But it's all going to come down to how well he combos the hero's kit, because that's a big thing. When he came out, I want to say someone said there was 26 effective combos that you can use with this hero, depending on the situation you're in. Of course, the most effective if you run into a Crunch in the jungle is that uppercut combo.
Oh,
where
man.
You're elevated, you're hurt, you're dead. It's really just that simple. So it'll be interesting to see how well Stark utilizes that. Nobori and Miso Sneaky being aggressive over here. On my map, they've already killed this tower. I know that's just a visual bug. I know this combo's good, but dear God, these two need to settle down. I have to give this lane 100%. Until Shurik hits level 7 and gets on possibly a growth totem. Everybody's running it. Why not join the club? Shurik really needs to get that growth totem online and some of that tankiness and make sure he's stacking effectively, or Wraith and Bellica are really going to run this lane.
Last time we saw this, the Rampage and the Sevarog were switched up here. Previously with Hoist the Colors, while you were having those technical problems there, you'll be able to dodge the knock-knock. While you were having the technical problems there, they were, for all intents and purposes, losing the game for the first 10 minutes of the match with almost an identical draft. I actually think it's literally the exact same draft with Sevarog and Shurik switched up on roles. Actually, Shurik was on Fengmao. Very similar draft. And then they basically, Iggy hit a certain point, and they started playing around Iggy, and were able to just take control of the game with big tier 2 tower pushes and or prime contention as well. We did see the first blood coming out from CMS Tark, and he's able to get that with the Crunch.
Stark does, like you said, pick up that first blood here. My game just froze. Bear with me just a second while I jump back in. Yes! Crashes upon crashes upon crashes.
That's a... never mind, I was going to make a 1990s pop culture reference, but I'm pretty sure majority of the audience wouldn't have been able to get it, so we'll back away from that one here. Sevarog in the off lane. Obviously, Sevarog and his stacking mechanism is the biggest component of how you can deem good Sevarogs from other Sevarogs. And in the jungle, it's really easy. It's really straightforward. The minions aren't moving. They really don't do much damage, and you can just sit there and do it. But in the off lane, it's actually deceptively difficult to consistently get Siphon Soul stacks no matter what. And I think that's really where a individually mechanically strong player, Shurik, falling into that category, is going to separate themselves in this offlane Sevarog. So Sevarog, he's received those buffs. He's a hero we see a lot, but when it comes to an offlane Sevarog specifically, it is very, very little room for error, especially when it comes to that stacks. And if we see him start to get at a deficit and is behind on those stacks, then his ability to tank and be a bruiser is then mitigated, and it starts to fall off significantly around the 10 to 15 minute mark.
So one of the things I've talked to a couple players about this in the jungle on the skilled Sevarog players, we're looking for max stacks around 25 minutes. And I was told if you play this hero in the off lane, you're looking for max stacks around 35 minutes. So
okay, that sounds about right.
About a 10-minute difference, and it's all how aggressive the off laners are, or the safe laners are. If they push that tower pretty aggressively, then you freeze that lane, and then you just stack up in the back. Now, of course, you want to make sure you're getting stacks as this tower is pushing towards you, but your main focus is making sure you're living, and you're not getting too hyper aggressive and just worrying about stacks. Some kills picked up. I apologize, guys. Was watching the Sevarog over here. A couple kills picked up. Drongo's going to fall. Graber picks up the kill. And then Kwong falls as well. Wraith has got to be careful here. He's going to get back underneath the safety of that tower. He is pretty low at this point. Fatal Barrage and Shurik just backing off now. But a Kwang pickup, and then, of course, Drongo picked up, which is the higher value target. Because that's the carry, Shane. Right now, the gold is all but equal. 26,391 to 26,000.
There's a 12 gold lead for Hoist the Colors.
So we're looking now. Just 12? Just the 12 gold? That's it?
Yep.
No growth totems online yet. We're at 621. We'll see our first growth totem online most likely around the 8.5 minute mark, Shane. A lot of the comp players I've talked to, they'll spend 500 gold on it to make sure they pick it up at the 8 minute mark just to maximize its effectiveness. Nabori coming in here onto Shurik. He did miss that seismic assault, so Shurik is going to one who's going to be aggressive here. But Nabori dropping down to the gold buff and rotating his way around here. So we're at the point.
Something we haven't talked about much is the gems, how people have been building their gems here, Notch. And I think as of right now in the current meta, it's pretty conclusive as to what the most ideal gems are at this point in time. But the big one, I think, is Quick Exit. That gem is just extraordinarily valuable, and it's a tier 1 gem that has value throughout the entire course of the game. No other gem is able to provide that.
Stark getting aggressive on the ninja here in the mid lane. He is fighting into a turret, so he's got to be careful. He's about 50% damage, still taking some damage here. But like you were saying, Quick Exit chain all game long. Max movement speed for 8 seconds.
Hold on, I want to interrupt you. The coupon code for Match Arena right now is BUNK.
BUNK. Get it in. Get that free dollar in, ladies and gentlemen. But at max movement speed for 8 seconds, we see most people running it here. Griever has it. Miso Sneaky has it. Stark is running it. And Tilted Burger is running it as well on Bronze Army. Over on the side of Hoist, the colors. Quick Exit is on Fatal Barrage, Shurik, Ninja, and Drongo. The only ones who don't seem to be running it are your supports. They're running Healing Towers and Auto Health Potions. It looks. Aggressive play onto Shurik there. They're able to pick up that kill.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Straightforward, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's this Bellica Wraith combo, man, is so deadly. The synergy they have between each other, and everything they can do offensively, defensively, push a tower, defend a tower, create distance, gap closers. I won't be surprised, and we'll see how the 4.3.3 switches things up, but I won't be surprised if that duo becomes the most contested safe lane duo in the future here, just because, man, there's just so much power inside of that. You just saw it. Sevarog, who's very tanky, has an escape and has crowd control, wasn't able to do anything about it, and his tower's going down at the 9 minute mark.
See a little bit aggressive on Ninja here. He's been pushing this lane in the entire time. Rotation coming from Nabori. Looks like he's going up behind Rampage. I think he wanted that river buff. Is he zoning them out?
The black buff, aka gold, not gold buff.
The orangey buff. I've been calling it the orangey buff.
I've been calling it the amber buff because it's just because everyone wanted something to be called amber. There's the amber buff.
We got it. You did it, chat. Well done, Reddit.
It provides damage over time on every auto attack.
Just like the black buff did.
Yeah.
We're seeing Griever continue to push this lane out over here. Gold is still equal at this point. We've got a growth totem online for Miso Sneaky, a growth totem online for Drongo. Possessed Spriken's online. I'm looking to see if I see anything unique and different here. I mean, Ninja's running a light step Vanguard, and I know some of you are like, what the heck is a light step Vanguard? That allows you to teleport.
Actually really good.
I really enjoy this card. This is a card that allows you to teleport to allied targets. Oracle just deleted off of the map. He tried to do something there. Griever and Stark dove in and said, nope, not today, buddy. And they were able to pick up those kills. Fatal Barrage with the rotation. He is on Griever here. He's going to land that boulder. Look at the damage already coming out.
You can't get this away from the Crunch, man. Now, Crunch is very reliant on his mana, and as you can tell, CMS Tark doesn't have much mana there. So he's not going to be able to use his left crunch or any of those empowered crunches here. And it finds himself in a bad situation. Good utilization of Drongo with his ultimate, and is able to get a counter kill over onto Crunch. I think just a small misplay coming out there, allowing the carry player of Hoist the Colors to get a kill.
Griever is still being a little bit aggressive here. I don't know if this is the right call with the damage coming out of 2v right now. There's a reversal of fortune coming from Fatal Barrage. Griever's is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Are they going to be able to land any stuns here? 2v's already dealing the damage with the rad rounds, and 2v's going to pick up another kill. And I believe the tower is down. So are they going to mount a push on this tier 2? They've got the minion waves. They've got Crunch rotating back in. It does look like they're just going to back off here and allow them to retreat to safety and spend that wonderful gold that they just picked up, my friend. Good reversal of fortune coming out of Oracle there.
Anytime you see Muriel, man, you want to see those aggressive reversal of fortunes. Very rarely do we see a defensive reversal of fortune that you're like, oh, that's going to win the fight. Like, at that point, the fight's probably already not going your way. You've already been engaged on. It's all about using it aggressively to catch opponents off guard and combining it with some sort of mobility engagement, like Severug dashes in, and all of a sudden the reversal fortune comes down as it snares people. That's the most ideal environment, and that's also historically the most successful way to use it. And in the 2 games that we've now casted them, that's what they've done every single time. So expect to see that. With that being said, Oracle is only level 5 right now, which we'd expect at level 12. Is a significantly long cooldown at level 5. Really want to hit that level 9 and level 13 to get that cooldown reduced as fast as possible, and you're just able to utilize Muriel's global presence a little bit more effectively.
Shurik's going for Raptors here. He's going to be down to about 25% health and have to back off. If they would have rotated, they would have been able to easily pick up a kill on Shurik. He's doing a pretty good job stacking right now. He's at his tier 2 shoulders as of this moment in time. Ninja's got to be careful here. So does Fatal Barrage. He's going to pop that ultimate. Look at that damage output coming out right now. It's just so much damage, plus the knockup.
The uppercut is going to knock him up, but it's not going to be enough. To back it up, though, patience being displayed. And it's going to pay off for Me So Snaky. Did not use that until Rampage used his escape jump, then backed him up, then is able to get the kill right there. And that's... Wraith, here's the thing about Wraith. His ability to punish positional mistakes never went away. It's just now he's able to do that. Oh, and also you can build him as a carry.
Yeah. He can still punish you, but now he does way more damage than he's doing.
Under the tower, Oracle's going to narrowly able to get away, forces out the reversal of fortune. Crunch sitting under the tower and overstaying his welcome. He thought he could stay there and wait for Oracle to get back onto the field, but not the case. Now Griever is trying to get away here, but 2v's just sitting there. The tether hits minions, but was looking for the Drongo to maybe isolate himself and give him some room to get away, but not the case. So aggression being shown by Bronze Army, but punished by Hoist the Colors. Oracle was very, very low and was narrowly able to get away using that ultimate.
Fatal Barrage is continuing to chase a little bit on this Gideon here. Gideon is going to back off. While that was happening, Shurik picked up a kill onto Nabori in the jungle. Nabori was going for a river buff. Shurik showed up, used that ultimate subjugate, was able to pick up that kill and then pick up the black buff. Unfortunately, he couldn't push with that while the rest of the team was pushing the opposite lane because his lane was shoved into pretty close to the tier 2 tower. So now he's back in this lane, trying to put a little bit of pressure on the map. That's what you want to see the offlaner do. Make sure you're applying pressure, but able to rotate. And unfortunately, with that lane being set against him, he wasn't able to either rotate to help his team or apply the correct pressure on the map. He's got to be careful. Stark is rotating. Looks like he's rotating to the river buff. Thought he was going to come down and try to take an engagement here. They can take that fight. I mean, Stark shows up, seismic assault into a rewind into a seismic assault into a void bomb. They really can take any one of those fights they want. Tier 1 tower in the mid lane is going to fall as 14 minutes and 37 seconds into the game. That tower is going to fall, and a little bit of aggression into the jungle here.
Punched into the air. Just a little drive-by uppercut is all that was, but with the rest of Bronze Army rotating over, that's going to force Hoist the Colors. They're just, it's little victories like that that really add up over the course of a game. They were only able to pick up a couple minions there, but still they achieved a goal of forcing out a rotation out of Bronze Army. And now you look on the opposite side of the field with 2v chasing down Griever, not able to get the distance he needs in order to secure the kill into the offlaner here, but applying pressure onto the tier 2 tower. And this is just allowing Hoist the Colors to control and dominate the flow of this game thus far. We actually heard the ultimate of this op ago from Wraith being used to try to catch out Bronze Army, but weren't able to do it. The first black hole of the game goes down, Tilted Burger around the corner, but at this point he's just isolated and gets picked off right away as the rest of his team wasn't really close enough to have much follow-through. And now it's going to be Crunch who's in a lot of trouble as well, as the Oracle, again, using the Reversal Fortune aggressive, that snare onto Crunch really was able to keep him in place. 3 down thus far. The chase continues. Sephiroth maybe looking for a subjugate here. Fatal Barrage doesn't have enough mana for CC. 3-man tether, but that's the subjugate. Auto attack comes out. Ninja gets the kill. And that's 4 falling on the side of Bronze Army. Tier 2 tower push surely to come here as the wave is right behind them. And if they give up any more pickoffs, Bronze Army that is, they could find their inhibitor starting to get chipped away at here. So they have to be very, very careful and make sure they don't get overzealous or overreact. They're not going to. We see Hoist the Colors retreat, but still walking away happily, denying the jump pads of their opponent.
Yeah, that was a great team fight for Hoist the Colors there. I mean, we saw Ninja set up, and they were fighting into the powerful Iggy turrets. It's one of the things we talked about this when Iggy first got his buff. Fighting into Iggy turrets is an absolutely horrible thing to do. There was 3 of them in that little choke point, and they just kind of dissected the team. They were able to pick up kills, gave themselves a nice little gold lead, sitting at 76,000 on my screen here, and 67,000 for the side of about a 10,000 difference in favor of Hoist the Colors. We've got Ninja now, Shane. This is a card that is absolutely devastating on this hero. Stagnant Dominion. Ability damage slows enemies' movement speed by 150. It's basically a root. Burning the turrets and popping that ultimate, you're not getting away from Iggy at that point. Of course, they have a Numbing Rogue coming out from Shurik as well. This is another great card. It slows enemies' attack speed by 25%. Oh, it looks like he actually just sold that for a Plague Lord Malnik, so I'm way wrong. He's picking up the one that actually
so wrong.
Movement speeds. They're going to pick up in the jungle here on Griever, but we're starting to see some. I have a visual bug again with the cards.
If you think about it, the Plague Lord essentially still achieves the same thing
as Stagnant
does, except it just gives him more power, more health, and more mana.
Yeah.
So it's basically a placeholder until he's able to pick up.
And it doesn't rely on you. It doesn't rely on you doing ability damage. It's just an AOE that radiates from around you, and does that. So.
I was just about to question if at some point with Plague Lord now online, that's a pretty significant power spike if they're going to attempt to go for Orb Prime. They have Muriel to mitigate the damage of the Orb Prime so they can sustain through it, and they're going to elect here. Bronze Army, completely aware. Tilted Burger is right around the corner. CMS Tark there as well, and the rest of his team rotating over. But again, it's these Iggy turrets. Very rarely do we see a team, if ever, fight into Iggy turrets and come out alive after the fact. The engagement goes in. Seismic Assault only onto Fatal Barrage, who's just going to shake that off easily, but it's Shurik, who's taking quite a bit of damage here as he's trying to focus down Griever. The ultimate's used, but it's actually all the turrets are on the Orb Prime. It's not actually hitting anyone on the side of Bronze Army. Tilted Burger is able to get the snatch. They get the Orb Prime. Can they get anything going there? Griever's low gets isolated, so it is a 4v5 Orb Prime online for Bronze Army. But beautifully done by Tilted Burger right there as he got the snatch of Orb Prime right there and gets the steal, rather, is the word I was looking for. Snatch is appropriate as well, though.
I like the snatch. He snatched it up.
Griever dying there, 100% worth it. That was very, very beautifully done here. But that was the big thing is Ninja's turrets were all on Orb Prime. I think they were actually looking to engage onto Bronze Army and weren't able to do so because the Iggy turrets weren't on the ideal target.
Yeah, no, that is a great play for Bronze Army. They now have the power of the Orb Prime. They may not be able to get a ton off of this. What they will get is evening up the power levels here, trying to chip away at that 10,000 gold lead that Hoist the Colors has, and hopefully pick up a tier 2 tower, maybe inhibitor. It'll be rough if they pick up an inhibitor, but it just gives them a moment to breathe, take control of the map, and get themselves back in this game. Good denial right there. Way to go, Tilted Burger.
Come on, Tilted Burger. Let's go. Hashtag since 91, 81,000 to 86,000 gold. So that margin has decreased pretty much by 50%. It was 10,000 right before that Orb Prime, now down to about 5 here. So Bronze Army is definitely keeping themselves in this game. I'd still say it's anyone's game. Beautiful Colossal Blow under the tower. Follow-up is there from Fatal. He's seen tilted, but he is able to get away. Reversal of Fortune used defensively. The back it up has been used, so they may actually look to go off of that, knowing that Wraith's primary ability to keep himself alive is offline, but they don't have enough engage. In fact, they try to engage, and they get punished hard for it as Tubi's in the back, laying down those rad rounds, and gets 2 kills right off of the bat right there. But it's still a triple that comes out for Bronze Army here, so they definitely had a chip on their shoulders. They get the whole handful.
Backing up on Ninja, they're going to pick up a full 5, Shane.
Yeah.
I mean,
beautifully done, man.
Bro, that was an incredible play. CM Stark, he ended up landing a 3-man uppercut, which allowed them to pick up those kills. 2V in the back, just popping off, trying to pop off those rad rounds and pick up some kills. Fortunately, he wasn't able to do it. Miso Sneaky picking up kills. Stark picked up, I believe, 3 of those. I said I don't think they're going to be able to get an inhibitor off of this. Boy, was I wrong.
It's the Orb Prime steal, man. Now, not only did stealing the Orb Prime at first, okay, we finally can stabilize and have room to breathe. Now, off the heels of that wildly successful team fight, picked up the inhibitor as well. So the Orb Prime, man. Tilted Burger almost single-handedly took this game from finding themselves at a deficit and now putting themselves in a winning situation.
You pointed out something earlier about reversal of fortune. If you use it to try and save your team, most likely the fight is almost over, and that's exactly what we saw there. Reversal of fortune came out a little bit late, and at that point it was too late, and they were Bronze Army was able to just make a fantastic play. The strength of Rewind, Ninja thought he was going to get away. They pulled him back underneath of that tower. Tilted Burger continuing to be aggressive. Inhibitors down. They farmed up the enemy jungle. They took the green buff, but we're seeing a counter play from Hoist the Colors right now. They're like, okay, we know you took our jungle. Let's see if we can come in here and pick up the green buff or look for a kill. Nabori's got to be careful. He's alone. I don't think he realizes he's alone.
Oh, man. I mean, he can bench press a lot, but I'm not sure he can bench press the entire weight of Hoist the Colors on his shoulders right now as he's trying to run away. They're actually continuing to pursue, trying to get him out. Oh, he dodges the Soul Siphon. He's dodging a lot, but he finally does get taken out right there. 5-man rotating for a support kill. All the meanwhile, the rest of the team are pushing out mid lane, pushing out the side lanes as well. It is a 5v4 power play situation with this left lane pushing here for Hoist the Colors. I really think they have a lot of pressure on them to get something done for the small window of opportunity that presents itself.
I mean, but sometimes that you going for this play, they're making the right call by backing up. Going for that aggressive play could cost them so much more with a mid inhibitor being down.
Yeah.
So they pick up a kill on Nabori, which, like you said, it's a support. It's not the best kill in the world, but it takes him off the map. It allows them to regain a little bit of control and just show, hey, we know you guys had a great play, but we're not worried about it. We're still going to make plays here. And that's exactly what they showed. Shurik has got the purple buff. Stark does not realize that he's going into the Raptors. If they're able to pick this off, this could be a good kill for these guys.
Ooh. Crunch trying to isolate Oracle. Gets the shields off for now, but Griever follows up, and he's the one who's going to hammer down Muriel out of the field. And Crunch continuing just being laying down the damage. The Black Hole comes in more so as a crowd control ability, less so as a damage ability, as it is going to force Shurik to keep himself in an awkward position, and the rest of his team to follow up, and not only getting the Muriel kill, which was set up beautifully by Crunch, but now they get the Sevarog as well. So the frontliner and the support off the field for Hoist the Colors for about 15 seconds to 40 seconds here. And the lanes are pushed out, though, so that's one thing they have going for them, but still, it's a small window of opportunity, and I think that Bronze Army is going to try to seize this. Yeah,
I like this. They've got a couple minions here. They're going to try and go for the tier 2. They're not going to be able to get the inhibitor. It's a 4. They might. I'm going to say not. I'm probably going to caster curse myself here. Ninja just took so much damage from that space turd and knock. Like, hello? Wraith is here.
The big things here to look at is actually the level discrepancies. Unless it's a display bug on my end. Actually, it is. Just kidding. The level discrepancies aren't as bad as I thought. Griever goes in, uses the ultimate, but more so, we're looking for the inhibitor, just trying to zone and feign aggression. Miso Sneaky goes in, is able to pick up the kill onto Oracle. He actually saw the aggressive torn space forward by Tilted Burger right there to try to secure the kill, and they are able to get hit here. Notch, I think it is a caster curse. Not only is it a caster curse, they got the inhibitor, but look at that. They get the kill onto Ninja as well. And they're continuing this pursuit as the red, white, and blue banner, the stars of the stripes right in the middle of the field on Shurik. And that's going to be the game.
Wow.
Bronze Army, man. They were on the back foot. The momentum,
the
momentum change was just complete. The violence. The change was when Burger got that steal on the Orb Prime. And then after that, it seemed to just fall apart for Hoist the Colors. It seems like maybe they started to have a little bit of shot calling miscommunication. Sometimes, being in a dominating position and all of a sudden just having that one misstep, they weren't really predicting Orb Prime to get stolen, really throws your games off and allowed Bronze Army to just take a game that looked like it was out of their hands. They were able to grasp it and just take that victory there at the 25 minutes and 4 seconds. It's the official game time.
Bronze Army was behind in gold for the majority of that game. They finished with a 12,000 gold lead. Tilted Burger MVP, in my opinion. That Orb Prime pickup was too clutch. You also got to commend Stark's crunch play as well. He did a really good job setting up engagements for his teams, utilizing those combos the right way, and his team was able to follow up. And we got to see the strength of Wraith Carry. Wraith Carry is so damn good. And it's one I hope to see more of it in the future, because it's just
I would expect to see more of it.
So Nabori was playing Bellica. I don't mind Bellica. Bellica can be a tad bit more aggressive in that support position, especially with Nabori's playstyle. For me, where that combo or where that Wraith really shines in the carry position is with a steal. You really get to see the strength of that position.
Oh yeah, steal as well.
So we're going to be jumping into a game number 2, Shane. Hoist the Colors versus Bronze Army. Bronze Army was on the back foot this entire time. Hoist Colors has the opportunity to win this and take this to a game 3. What do they have to do?
Game. I think it's just a little bit more discipline in the sense where the moment they started losing, the game just got completely out of hand. So a little bit of discipline, I think, will go a long way for them in terms of just whoever the shot caller is, whoever is the leader on that team, make sure they continue to play decisively and cohesively. Because just the moment they lost at our prime, it just fell apart drastically.
It did, but Tilted Burger, I'm going to buy that man some nuggets. Actually, you guys are going to buy that man some nuggets. Down in the bottom corner is the Matcherino coupon code U56E, exclamation point Matcherino in chat. Go use that free dollar. If there's no more free dollars, pull out your handy dandy wallet. I'm sure some of you've got little plastic things with 16 digits on there. Put that in. Send some more money to these teams. These competitive teams have been doing this, God, for a long time, Shane. We've been
year and a half, man.
We've been running events for a year and a half, and it's been absolutely incredible. We've got some good stuff coming for the future of Paragon. Next week is going to be an amazing patch for Paragon. We're just excited to be here as always. I'm glad I'm back casting with my buddy Shane. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more of the PCL guys in here casting with Gems and possibly Nate. But it's been fun so far, guys. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be jumping into game number 2, Hoist the Colors versus Bronze Army. We'll see you guys in just a minute.